now. If you don't know my channel, I'm gonna leave it in the comments here so that you can go and have a look. So here's the link to the channel. I'm about to go live right now. Hold on, I didn't see it coming to the. Hold on, let me try it again. Let's see. There we go. And it's still in post. I wonder why that is. Hold on, let me try it one more time. Okay. Okay, so all right, well, for some reason, nothing is showing up on it, but if it is there, then that's the link to the channel. But currently live, so let me start off by saying good afternoon, my hatters, because I did not give a proper introduction. I didn't even do the thing with the music. Kind of bummed by that because usually, I want to try to get things started off right. So I've definitely had to address. I definitely wanted this to be addressed today because it was pretty important. Because it's something that I've been seeing up and down the space, especially on Facebook. So I want to try to see if I can't talk to some people and try to get a better understanding of what's been going on with this sort of issue. And see, I haven't gone live on Facebook yet. I need to hurry up and do that so that everybody can see that true. And you know what? I never even knew how to pronounce that. But good afternoon. Let me just hit that wave button. Yeah, so for those of Instagram who don't know, I am doing a YouTube live stream, so I would like people to come and show support to the channel and hit the subscribe button and check out my content, things of that nature. Just something that I'm trying to grow on. So hopefully that can be something that you can enjoy. Okay, and I keep forgetting, and I keep distracting myself. Yeah, how you doing? It's been way too long, hasn't it? Shit. This is what I get for not trying to keep in touch with everybody so much. Okay, let's see. Oh wait, I'm supposed to do the thing first. See, I'm over here. I'm messing all the way up. So bear with me because again, I'm live on YouTube and I want to try to get people to switch over to YouTube. For some sick reason, I was just trying to put the link in Instagram to shoot over to YouTube, but it didn't do that. But the link to my channel is actually in the description of my Instagram, so it definitely won't be hard to find. So I just say shoot on over there, give it a look. Let's see here, because okay, and it's not blocked, so people can just come in there. Okay, good. And the subject matter is actually really good, so I would definitely slide on over there. We can all have the discussion, as it were. Okay, so let's put this on YouTube. Let's put this on Facebook. So I gotta do a whole bunch of logistics work on Facebook. And then see, but nobody really checks me out on Facebook. which is a bit of a bummer, but at the same time, I still try to get something going. Wait, did I put this in my regular page first? Okay, hold on. All right, so hold on, I still gotta. Okay, so that there, hold on, I gotta do this here. Okay, so as soon as I get done with this part, then I can actually put a live stream up on Facebook and we can bring the noise that way. Okay. And so, like I said, I was trying to set this all up. As I went along, but I got distracted. And so I have to do this. Yeah, I got to do this out of order. So hopefully everybody forgives me for doing all of that. Also, I got to thank my homegirl Walker for subscribing to the channel because she always she's always been a day one. Shout out to those times in the Navy. Okay, I'm gonna put that phone right next to that phone so YouTube, so Facebook and Instagram can still get the same vantage point of me and stuff like that. So I got the live stream up on YouTube, and of course I got Instagram and Facebook going as well. Facebook and Instagram got me at a different angle, so it's not gonna be as cool. But y'all all gonna be hearing me at the same goddamn time, right? That said, I'm glad that the people who did come on board came on board. I really want to have this discussion. I think this is something that a guy like me won't get to a mass number of people. Good afternoon, Black Angel TV. That's my girl right there. That's my moderator for YouTube. One of my favorite people, and for a moderator, and considering that that's an unpaid job, she does the best work at it, and I'm gonna always give her props because she definitely deserves it. So shout outs to Black Angel TV. I'm glad you showed up. This is something that I want to get into, something I want to talk about, and I want to bring to people's attention. That said, hold on, I'm gonna pause Instagram for a quick second because there are some more people that I need to get to come and check this live stream out. And I gotta say, I'm actually proud of myself because, God damn it, I was actually really nervous about trying to talk about this subject today. And so please don't judge me. All of y'all can hate me on your own given time. But where was I? Because I'm very aware that I'm all over the place. But shit. And this is how you know I'm all over the place because I'm stuttering again. But then again, that's kind of like my thing anyway, right? Everybody knows that I stutter a lot. If y'all seen any of these damn videos, y'all know that that's what I do. I stutter. I talk out of my ass sometimes. I digress. I do all that shit. So pretty please bear with me as I try to get us through this afternoon. Whew. I'm glad I got that part out. And trust me when I tell you, I try not to be nervous, but this ain't easy. So what I'm gonna do is when more people show up, I'm definitely gonna leave a link to the Zoom so that I can talk with individuals about this very sensitive subject. Because I know a lot of people don't want to talk about it. A lot of people want to ignore it because it's ugly. It's a dirty word. Everybody wants to try to play a victim and all of that stuff. And again, I get it. I'm like a small YouTuber, so to a lot of people, it really just doesn't matter. So again, that's where I go and say I get it, but at the same time, I still want to talk about it. Let's open up that let's open up that box and let's talk about it. Let's go. Let's have something to go on because everybody's gonna have their own gripes. Everybody's gonna have their own opinions, and everybody's gonna have something that they want to say on the subject matter. And trust me when I tell you, I've had plenty of conversations like this where people will have a lot to say based on their own anecdotal experiences. I know because I've done it. But hold on, let me turn on this light real quick. It is something that does that people like to be silent and they prefer to be silent on. They just want to be able to keep it going, if that makes sense. Oh yeah. I'm glad people are ready. And if you know what, just in case people are already in now, let's we're gonna have a we're gonna start that little powwow right now, right? Uh, okay, so hold on. Yeah, I'm still over here doing other logistic stuff. Okay, so wait, no, damn it. All right, so I'm kind of goofing it right now. Bear with me. I can fix this. I'm usually good at fixing things. I think, you know, I'm not perfect, but I got an idea. Okay, so while I'm at it, go back to the gram. Okay, so okay, hopefully that does it. All right, so where was I? I was talking about something, right? Hold on, wait. Why is this not doing it? It's supposed to be doing it. Okay, hold on. I might have to go back into. I might have to do it again. Okay, you know what? Just have to. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Let's try that again, and let's not suck this time. Okay, so y'all have ignore that. That was just a notification from Lyft telling me that I got a bonus coming early in the morning because that works out just fine too. Because Y'all know me, I love them bonuses. I be needing them coins. Yeah, so today, again, like I said, it's definitely a sore subject, one that people uh, would rather have quiet and not talked about, because it'll make a lot of people feel comfortable. It'll make a lot of people, keeping themselves where they are. A lot of people don't want to change, and change comes with the conversation. And so, you can't talk about it anymore. Everybody knows about it, if that makes any sense. So that said, I'm over here like trying to get the conversation started. So I'm just over here like, hey, um, let's just get it all out there. Let's talk about it. And who's willing to talk about it? Who has the testicular fortitude to actually have this conversation? Mm. And even now on the YouTube live stream, I left the link in the chat. If anybody wants to talk about it, there's 7 people watching, and and I get it. Not too many people really want to talk about it because, again, it's a sensitive subject, it's a sore subject, and nobody wants to look like the bad guy in those situations. There's already the dying stereotype of Black men not being good fathers. That's been a dying stereotype, and as long as I've known, and even much sooner than that. And let me know if y'all can hear me. Black Angel TV, I know you're participating in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me or not, because I don't want to be talking to myself. And see, and that's another thing I didn't do. I keep forgetting to do all these little checks here and there, and then I find myself always not prepared, always calling myself building it while I fly it. Okay, so as you probably heard me mention, it's really just about the title of the video, which is "Are Black Men Really Hated?" Our Black man really hated. And I think and thank you. If I didn't bring that up, then that's on me. But the title of the title of the video and the subject matter is, and hello, Kadeja Lewis. I apologize if I butchered that. But the subject is, are Black men really hated? Now, like I said, I'm live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm gonna try to slide people over from Instagram and Facebook to YouTube if I can. If you can hit the like button for me, that would be great, because like kindness, likes are free. But are Black men really hated? Now, I get it. There are a lot of sore things to talk about when it comes to Black men, because, again, I get it. As a Black man, we're not perfect. There are certain things, certain aspects that could be better. There are things that we could do to make us better. There's things that we can prove to other people to show that we are better. And more often than not, there's the wrong percentage of Black men that are letting down the community, as it were. And unfortunately, we all know the saying, one bad apple ruins the bunch. But I am a firm believer that, as long as there are enough of us that are really trying, that we can actually show our improvement, show our worth. And that's something that my uncle taught me. Shout out to Roji B07, because he be here sometimes. But that's something that my uncle taught me. It was, show your worth. And I know Black Angel TV actually asked this question a week or two ago to a guy that I was interviewing, and she said, how can a single mother to a boy whose father is not around, be able to better raise the kid? And sorry, Black Angel TV for paraphrasing. I know I didn't do a good job at it, but this was a legitimate question, and it was one that was legitimately answered, and it was finding mentors. And I'm a firm believer in that. You have mentors, and it don't just have to be the Big Brothers Club. It doesn't have to be trying to find a stepdad. It can be anything from doing sports programs, boxing, football, basketball, baseball, all that good stuff. And boxing, and then of course, your teachers, I had, now granted, I lived with my dad as a teenager, but I still definitely leaned on my teachers. Just positive, influential men in your community. And I think that's really important. So, it was a legitimate question that was properly answered, and I love London Marquis' take on that. And I believe that those are ways that can lessen those issues, with Black men going forward. Because at the end of the day, we do have to do better as Black men, and I agree to that. I've always agreed to that. Never argued that one bit. But with all the strides and efforts that are being made, I just have to ask people: is it enough? We've already disproven that Black men are bad fathers. We've already disproven that. Yes, there are still a good number of them who don't take care of their kids, or abandon them. It sucks. It's stupid, and and I really do wish that we could hold those guys accountable, but unfortunately, they don't care about the accountability, and so it would fall on deaf ears, and nobody wins in that. It's already proven. It's already proven that we're not that we're not all unemployed, living under a woman and all this other good stuff. Yes, there's an unfortunate number of them doing just that, but that's in every community. You can't help that. Some things are just not perfect. Sometimes there are men who have to start over, and or they fall on hard times, and they got to live with a family member or something like that. I'm no exception to that. But at the same time, yes, I understand that there are just guys who are lazy, and it's an unfortunate percentage. It's more than zero, and it's still bad. Regardless of if it's any other community or not, it doesn't matter. It's still the wrong amount. Me personally, I would prefer it to be zero. That way, nobody is looked down upon, talked down upon. I think that's something that's very important. What was I thinking about? Whatever it was, it lost me. But Black Angel TV just said, I just think that Black men's masculinity is under attack by society. If that makes any sense, I don't think Black men are hated at all. And I think that is absolutely true too. Two things can be right at once. But definitely, that is definitely a factual statement made there. Black men's masculinity has definitely been under attack, and I think masculinity in general is under attack there, because and this is with the emergence of the Me Too movement and the LGBT thing. Not saying anything bad about them, because I'm not saying that they're the enemy in all of this, but at the same time, a Black man can say something, or a man in general can say something, and then boom, it's misogyny, or is some kind of bigoted word. I mean, there there's no winning. And I, as a black man, don't want to be walking on eggshells when I want to talk about something. And that's more than likely why I have had such hesitation on bringing this up on this platform, because I had already known that there was gonna be. I had already known that somebody would have probably just not liked it, and then been quick to be like, to yell out misogyny, and then all of a sudden, I'm the most hated man on earth. Well, maybe not the most hated man on earth, but definitely the most unknown man on earth, and probably blackball from there. And trust me when I tell you, I don't hate anybody, right? You know, I think that's one of the dumbest things you can do is live your life with hate in your heart, because with all that hate that you got going on, who's there to who's going to be there to listen? Yeah, they'll hear you, but will they listen? One of the things that I want to do is I want to lead with kindness. That's one of the biggest parts of this channel is talking about kindness and leading with kindness and showing everybody that being kind is far more easier. Yeah, am I an a-hole? Sure. Yeah, everybody knows that. That's just part of who I am. But that doesn't mean to say that I don't lead with kindness, because I always lead with kindness, and I think that's really important, because if I don't, then what am I doing? It doesn't compute. That said, I'm an advocate of trying to make a better world. I know that sounds dumb. I know somebody watching this right now, the 5 people watching, they're looking at it like cringe, like what the hell is this guy talking about? But I am a firm believer now. I obviously know that I'm not going to change the world, and as a person with only 278 subscribers, I damn sure ain't gonna garner any legitimate responses. So I do understand that, but I'm a firm believer in, again, the power of one. I'm a firm believer in, hey, if one person tells somebody, they'll tell somebody that just that one leading down the line. I'm hoping that a good message will spread like a wildfire, because I understand. I'm not selling sex, and I'm not selling controversy, because as everybody knows, controversy and sex puts asses in seats, it sells tickets, it gets eyes glued on the screen. And unfortunately, that is not what I'm doing. So I'm not sitting here making posts trying to stand up to or against black women or black men or racism or any of that sort of stuff. I'm just saying, hey, you know what? Let's talk about let's talk about an issue. Okay, let's talk about an issue. Let's lead with kindness. Let's bring kindness back into the world. And I know there's gonna, like I said, there's extreme people who will be like, you ain't shit, or you're a simp, or all that good stuff. And it's unfortunate, but at the same time, like I said, I get it. You you're not gonna. My mom always tells me you're not gonna change the hearts and minds of all. But Bob Marley also once said, evil does not take a day off, so neither can we. And if you're trying to make good things in the world, you got to keep going. You got to keep getting your point across. You got to keep leading with kindness. Excuse me. All right, hold on. I just got a friend request. Got a friend request. This is like Blue's Clues. Okay, so I'm gonna jump off of Instagram for a little bit. I'll probably try to jump back on Instagram later. But while I check out the mail that never fails, makes me want to wag my tail. Don't judge me. Let's see here. I know what I'm doing. I got this. There we go. Nope. I goofed it again. Okay, so sorry that sorry for the intermission real quick. I'm still building it while I fly it. Because man, am I terrible at this. Okay. Oh, that's how you do that. I knew that. I knew what I'm doing. And don't think I don't. I don't think I know this person. But okay. I know who this is. Yeah, I know who this is. My bad. Okay, yeah. So let me do this. Okay, so I gotta switch over to switch back over to the other thing. And then I'm gonna go back on Instagram. I'm gonna go back live on Instagram and hopefully people recognize my existence there. Cause again, like I said, I am terrible at this whole social media thing. I'm not used to having a big audience or even having a big following, and I still don't, because again, I have 278 subscribers on YouTube. I have 700 Facebook friends, and I think maybe like what is it, 400 people that follow me on Instagram. So I'm not really what you would call a very popular guy in the space. When it comes to social media, I am not what you would call the most popular person. But that does not stop me from putting forth the effort. Because eventually, the way I see it is that I keep trying and I keep growing, and people are going to, see what I'm doing, what I'm putting out. And again, like I say every week, I'm just trying to make some content that will get people to come back, because that's the emphasis of all of this. And like I said, I'm not selling controversy or I'm not selling sex or anything like that, because that's one of the things that I understand when it comes to marketing. Sex sells, controversy sells. All of these type of things, they put asses in seats. And as easy as that would be, it's just not my thing. I could do it all. I mean, I could do it all day just as good as anybody. But again, it's not worth it to me, because the thing is that it's not who I am. It's not what I am. It's not what I stand for. I don't stand for controversy or trying to get a following by bringing some chicks on to show their ass and stuff like that. That's easy. Anybody can pull that off. Anybody can pull that off. Y'all don't believe me? I will put this in a perspective, right? Take my moderator, Black Angel TV, for example. I think this is the best example that I know Black Angel TV personally. And she's probably gonna get mad when I say this, but Black Angel TV got a fat ass, right? AFD. I could easily just well, not easily, I could say, because obviously her personally being the person that she is, it won't fly. But I can take a chick like that, right? Have her shake her ass on the live stream and stuff like that, and everybody will be watching like, damn, she got a fat ass. Hey, where you get that girl with the fat ass from? You know, and everybody be like, damn, the nigga with no hairline really out here got the girl with the fat ass shaking it on what you call it, shaking it on the live stream. Yeah, obviously anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. And of course, like I said, it'll put asses in seats, it'll put eyes on screens. Even turn it around, I could do something like Fresh and Fit, just slamming on women all day, talking bad about them or talking about certain communities and being mean and all that stuff, sparking controversy, sparking the wrong kind of conversation. But at the end of the day, I just don't see myself getting anything out of it. And look, Reese Thomas on Facebook is over here just laughing her ass off at me like, damn. Look, I'm only telling the truth, man. Look, I obviously I know what's popping right now. What's popping right now, what's really just in the eyes of the world is a guy like Andrew Tate, right? That's a guy that's a hot topic right now. Charleston White, another guy that's a hot topic right now. Because once they open their mouth, all ears are locked in on what the hell they got to say, whether they like it or not. That's where the eyes are locked in at. You hear somebody like Candace Owens, you hear somebody like Cynthia G. When he was alive, you heard Kevin Sanders. Whether you like those guys' voices or what they had to say or not, your ass was in a seat and your eyes was glued to that screen and your ears were pinged to whatever the fuck he had to say, just so you can say you love this guy or you didn't like this guy or woman, depending on who you were listening to. And that's kind of how that is when a black man has something to say. So, Jesus Christ, I had to study a whole language on the way to that one small point. I think I said too much just to say 3 words. Charleston White just don't give a fuck. He stays stuff in class. I mean, I can't say that you're, hey, Shy baby. Thanks for watching my live stream. If you can head over to YouTube and check out my live stream there, which is basically the same thing. I'd greatly appreciate that. Now, Charleston White, I won't say that he says stuff for clout, because for him, the clout is already there. He's already a known person. We already know who he is. What he does, I actually don't even know what Charleston White is famous for. I just know that he exists. He said some shit and kablam. Everybody listens to what he has to say. Granted, 9 times out of 10, when he's talking, he talks the dankest shit in the world. I can tell you right now, he can run his mouth like the best of it. He can run his mouth better than a prostitute. Okay. And boy, does he run that mouth when he runs it. But I actually do not know what he is famous for. I don't know. Does he even have a Wikipedia page? I don't know. I legitimately don't know. Y'all would have to tell me if he has like a something where I can research his background or something like that. Because again, I don't know what he does, what he did, or anything. Black Angel TV, can you educate a brother on what his background was? Somebody, anybody? Because I for surely do not know. And the crazy thing is so talking about some situations, right? I want to talk about Keke Palmer, right? Now, I'm sure everybody has. Look, trust me, I don't think anybody knows. They just like to listen to what he has to say. So, um, with Keke Palmer, right? They had she had the whole thing with the see-through dress and dancing all up on Usher and stuff like that. Personally, I don't care about the situation or um, how Usher thought of it and stuff like that. I mean, that's Usher, whatever, right? A guy like me can, he could show up to my house and if he so says it, he could any woman that I'm with would gladly walk away with. It is what it is. I ain't tripping. Like it's Usher, okay? But just going according to Google, he's famous for speaking the truth on YouTube. That's it. That's stupid. That's stupid indeed. Rocky Black Music always coming in to show the support. I love you, brother. I'm live on YouTube right now. If you want to come and check it out, it's a really good subject. You don't want to miss it. I mean, I'm only live on Instagram and Facebook to try to get people to go over to YouTube. And surprisingly enough, I got 6 people watching on YouTube right now, which is kind of huge because you know I usually never get more than 4 or 5 people at one time. I think at the height of this, I had like 7, which is more than 0, which is pretty cool. And I always like to ask people, hey, if you're coming in, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'd be more than grateful for that because, like kindness, likes are free. So back to what I was saying about Keke Palmer, right? Now, obviously, Keke Palmer would never get with a guy like me, me being, like all grayed up. You can't see it. You can't see it. It's which Instagram can probably see it, or excuse me, Facebook can probably see it because the lighting is better. But I got all this grays going on, my hairline's falling back like the Germans on D-Day. But and then my boy Z Burner on Facebook, I'm gonna have to ask him kindly to go over to YouTube because I'm live streaming there too, and that's where I want the audience to shift over to. If you do that to the man, if not, you still my boy. But at the end of the day, like Black man had the opinion that they wouldn't want their girl going out like that, and they wouldn't want their girl dancing up on another man, and it was just like every Black man that said that just came under some straight fire. Like how dare you have an opinion about what you want your girlfriend to do, patriarchy and all that good stuff, right? So before I continue on with Keke Palmer, Black Angel TV says, Charleston White is the founder and CEO of Helping Young People Excel, or HYPE, an organization dedicated to educating teens and helping steer them away from turning to crime, according to Google. I would have thought that there'd be more to go on with that. But I mean, he did mention that he works with kids, so I guess I can respect him for that. But I mean, it's one thing to try to steer people from going in the wrong direction, and then the way he be talking sometimes, it just be looking kind of mad. It just be looking mad kind of suspect, And I ain't talking about suspect as in the LGBT form. No, not even close. But he says some things that that aren't very, let's just say it like this, very controversial. Very controversial. I mean, did I not just talk about that a minute ago? Charleston White says some shit that is very controversial. And it just amazes me because, like I said, I don't have a huge following for the simple fact that I refuse to sell controversy, or I try to do some kind of other things to put asses in the seat. Now, yes, the name of the live stream, Are Black Men Really Hate It? Call in and give your opinion. That is I don't know if you would call that controversial. It's more like asking a question. And the question is a legitimate question. And I legitimately want to know from a basic standpoint or from a generalized standpoint how people really feel about that. And of course I've dropped the link to call in for people to call in. They want to give their opinion, and y'all can do that. Now so far I don't know if anybody really like I said, I don't know if anybody really wants to have that conversation, because again, it is a sensitive subject, but I believe that it is a subject that needs to be had. I should have had that one first. Not gonna lie, black cherry doesn't always go down well, unless it's like really cold. But I really believe that. So from my own point of view, I don't think that black men are hated, more so misunderstood, in that black men really don't they really don't have a complete understanding of how people perceive them. And even if that perception is bad, and sometimes it is, I get it, I understand. I also believe that, not taking it the wrong way is one of the best options that you have. And dare I say, it might not change for another 2 or 3 generations. And if I'm wrong on that, I will gladly stand corrected. If it happens within this generation, good. That's less worrying I have to do. But one of the things that I really would have to worry about, going forward, because I am raising 2 future Black women of America, and that's just what that is. I am raising 2 daughters, 2 girls, 2 Black women, and they are going to grow up and be adults, and they're going to be beautiful Black women. And the one thing that I don't want to happen, don't want to have happen, is they grow up hating me or hating someone like me. It is a legitimate fear that I have. But I do my best to try to show them that the world, the perception that they give on Black men is not inaccurate. Yes, of course, like I said before, half an hour ago, there is evil in the world. And that is one of the main reasons that I did make this channel, is that I want to try to spread kindness in the world. I want to try to bring about understanding. And yes, I get understanding and kindness does not put asses in seats. It does not glue ears. It does not put eyes on screens. It does not sell tickets. That is something I can live with. If 1 million people watch my content over time, over the span of 40, 50 years, after I'm long gone, people are still watching it in the small dozens, that's something I can live with, because somebody can be like, okay, well, I get what he's talking about. I can appreciate this sort of thing. I wish I would have seen his work when he was alive. I would have gave an opinion or something, versus trying to sell controversy or sex or some kind of hot topic and getting 600,000 views a day, and you don't have a legitimate me. You're not getting the real me. You're not getting a sincere me. And so that is something that I would definitely not like, as far as, making content is concerned, doing these live streams and, making the videos that I do make. And I did make a video. What was it? I made a video about about an hour ago, a little over an hour ago. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I do believe that it was thrown together because I had tried to get it set up so quickly after asking for so many screenshots and stuff like that. And so it was like I was trying to go through all of those and try to get the right ones. So it was actually one of the first videos that I actually put together that had more than just me talking on it. And unfortunately, I don't think I did a good enough job on it. So I wanna keep trying to make more videos and try to make them better. Because again, I want to make these videos so that you guys have something to enjoy. And I think it's really important because, again, as a black man, I want other black men to do better and be better. So that's just my own little, what you call this? Hold on. I just got a text message. I always like to look at my text messages. I'm not gonna read this one aloud. Okay, yeah, and so just want to say thank you to Black Angel TV. She's got work in the morning, so I'm not gonna keep her up all night. But Andre Golden, always a great guy to show up on Facebook. I'm actually running the live stream on YouTube. If you could be so nice to head over there and check it out. I got a good call-in thing going. I haven't started the call-in part yet because no one's actually hit the link yet. But I definitely want to have the conversation. The conversation, like I said, it's on YouTube, and that's where I want to try to get people to shift over to, so people can actually have a look and then have the conversation going. So, shit. And my audience has definitely dropped in the last 10 minutes. Woo! It must be the Mike's Hard Lemonade. Yeah, I know. Not the cutest drink in the world. And I ain't gonna lie though, when it comes to doing this sort of content, it definitely gets hard. It's always hard. It's because the thing for me is that trying to make this, it's it does get kind of frustrating from time to time because of the lack of an audience. And the thing is one of the things that I realized is that obviously I'm one of those guys who has to start from somewhere. I got to start from zero, and I definitely started from zero. And so when I started from zero and I got to 278 in 6 months, as opposed to the people who get to 100,000 in 2 days or something like that, I was just like, you know what, I have to get to my own pace because eventually I'll get there. Somebody is gonna see the value in what I'm doing, and the right amount of people will gladly show up and watch it. Because that's the game plan for me, is just getting the right people to watch it. Rhett Fisher on Facebook, what's going on, my brother? It's been so long. I've known Rhett for about 20 years now. No, shit, not even 20 years. It's been 23 years. Dude, I've known this guy for way too long. I've known, it's crazy. That just reminds me of just how old I am, because I've known people for over 2 decades. And it's actually something to appreciate. Definitely something to appreciate. Hey, Rhett, if you could do me a solid, check out my YouTube channel, check out the live stream I got going over there. I would be more than grateful, because that's what I'm trying to do over there. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. So I'm trying to get people to go over there, check out the platform, see how I'm doing over there. And again, I'd be more than grateful if you checked it out. That said, back over to YouTube, because again, I'm working on three cameras right now. I got three cameras pointed at me. The one on Facebook, which is right there, then Instagram is right there, and YouTube is right there. And ain't nobody watching me on Instagram. I don't even know why I even try to do Instagram, but I was advised to try them all. Worst thing that happened, nobody shows up. Thanks, my brother. I appreciate the support. My homie Rhett said he likes what I'm doing, and that's my game plan. Is again, I want people to like what I'm trying to do, like what I'm trying to accomplish, and I think that's why I started with kindness is free, because again, I get it. It's a cheesy punchline, it's a cheesy catchphrase. But it's something different. It's something different than what I'm used to seeing. I really want to try to get things going with the brand going forward, but I also understand that I do have to start somewhere. I have to get the ball rolling from somewhere, and doing nothing is a lot worse than failing. And that's something that is already expected of me as a Black man. I'm expected to fail, and I'm sorry, y'all. 1 second. 1 second, everybody. Okay. I know. The dad's upset. Dad's upset. Y'all know I can't go one episode without this one. Y'all know that, right? I can't go one episode without this one bugging. And she just got the biggest smile on her face now. Gumball, say hi. Say hi, Gumball. Gumball, say hi. There you go. That's Daddy's baby. That's the dad. Look, she already know how to say hi, everybody. I just have to keep doing it for her. But she over here just got the cutest cheese on her face. Oh, okay, why are you clapping? This is not a clapping moment. She does know this is not a clapping moment, right? So she's definitely got one letter in the alphabet going. She got E. I'll take the win, right, guys? Okay, dude, why are you just invading the space like that? What part of the game is that? Is this what we're doing? Oh, what's going on, Tara? Hey, as you know, I'm on YouTube right now for live stream. So if everybody can shift over to YouTube, I would be more than grateful. You the man, well, woman, you know what I mean. But yeah, I had to let this one interrupt the stream today because she was crying and her sister was going to come get her, but I was like, nah, let me bring her in for a little bit because she wants to hang out with me for a little bit. So yeah, definitely, Tara. I can definitely use your kindness on YouTube. So I'll be more than grateful if you shift it over to there. And also Gumball, say hi to Auntie. Say hi to Auntie. Say hi. Yeah, see? Look at that. She said, yeah. Now say hi to her on YouTube. Say hi on YouTube. You gotta look at the YouTube. Say hi. You gotta say hi, Gumball. Okay, well, you said hi to her on Facebook, so I guess there's no point in saying hi twice, right? Yeah, so yeah, pretty please hit that thumbs up though. Hit that thumbs up though. Hey, no, not my face. Kindness is free, remember? So anyway, like I said, It's a call in, and I definitely wanted to. Rhett, my YouTube channel. If you go to my Facebook profile, the link to the channel is on my profile. It can be hard to make. Actually, let me see if I can put it in the chat because I did it yesterday. Hold on, wait, I want to make sure. Okay, here's the live stream link. Okay, and hold on. But let me see. Go to the chat. Here we go. All right, so the clipboard. Okay. Okay, so damn it. Is it there? Okay, yeah, so there's the link to the channel right there, Rhett. When you're ready, you can just hit that link. And Tara on YouTube, if you want to talk about the subject that I got going on, if you see right there in the title, then there's that link right there that you can just hit, and bam, Bob's your uncle. We'll have somebody on to talk about it. Hey, cool, Breeze, Mama. I know what her real name is, but like I'm just not gonna do all that. But how you doing this afternoon? What time is it? It's 6 o'clock. So, I'm trying to get people to, check me out on YouTube, check out the YouTube channel and stuff like that. That's on talking to somebody on Instagram. So bear with me. I will go between the platforms, talking to people and stuff like that. But the subject is still the same, right? The subject is still the same. So I'm trying to get everybody to shift over to YouTube. So if you could shift over to YouTube, that would be great. If not, that's cool too. The subject matter is which is the age-old question, which is, are Black men really hated? Now, yeah, I know it's a little touchy. Again, it's a touchy subject. It's one people don't want to have a conversation about, but I'm inviting people to come into the program. Let's talk about it. Give me your opinion on it, and have people just seeing what it really is. So I definitely want to try to have that conversation, and of course, obviously, I want people to try to stay on subject. Hey, Rail, if you want to come in, the link is right there in the chat. If you can't see it, let me know, and I'll try to repost it so that people can come in and check it out. Also, welcome Rail. He's one of my moderators. He's actually one of my biggest supporters. And he's basically one of the teammates. So in the event that this actually becomes bigger than what it is, and I'm hoping that it does, he'll be one of those guys that gets a cut of all of this, because I'm bringing the people who was with me from day one. People. And one thing my dad always told me is you take care of your people. You take care of your people. You love your people, and you give back to your people, and that's what I'm doing. Rail is one of those people. So I definitely implore people to, like I said, if y'all want to have the conversation, like I said, hit the link, which I'm gonna just drop it in the chat one more again. I'm gonna just keep dropping it in the chat. That's what I'm gonna keep doing. Okay, so Rail said, "Are Black men really hated?" Asked Ebony K. Williams. Now I can't just go off of celebrity testimony, or the actions of celebrities, for the simple fact that, again, they may be popular, but they're just one person. They're definitely just one person. So I won't just go, well, because Ebony K. Williams said something, well, then that's just the opinions of all. I don't do the one size fits all theory. And there's a reason I don't do a one size fits all theory, because not one size fits all. If I'm wrong, then let me know now. Like I said, hit that hit that link in the chat and tell me something, you know. I'm sorry, my baby is messing with my pizza. March. Yeah, see, now the baby phase of this live stream has to end because okay, you can take it back now. And look, why she like that with you, but she ain't never like that with me? Nah, man, get out of here. Always, I love my kids, man. Benny Jasper, what's going on, my brother? See, you are like one of the most invisible guys on Facebook. You know that? Like Benny Jasper's one of the most invisible guys on Facebook, but you know what? When he comes through big. That's one of the homies right there. Even if he don't like me. No cap, I'm actually surprised. He actually kept the same profile picture for like a decade. That's hilarious, by the way. But that's just my opinion. It's like, dude, even I haven't been that committed to one picture. Yeah, what's going on, my brother? So I know I didn't leave it in the description, but I am doing a live stream on YouTube right now, and I want people to come and check out YouTube, check me out on YouTube, come to the space, show some support, show some love. If you could do that for a brother, I'd be more than grateful. If not, that's cool too. But you know, it's a really good subject, and I think people should have this conversation. When you get there, if you check it out, you won't be disappointed. So where was I? Shit. This is what happens when you have kids and you have a I work too much problem. Look, I be getting burned out and I just be forgetting what I'm supposed to be doing sometime. And Tara, you over here in between YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff. I can see you. I see you right there. I see your icon right there. It's right there. I see you right there. And see, ain't nobody gonna see that when I in this live stream. They ain't gonna see your bubble right there. So it's just gonna be like, what the hell is this nigga point at? Anyways, so surprisingly enough, you know, even though I have gotten my point very much across for the most part, I still haven't gotten any takers to want to come in and have the talk. And I'm not completely bummed by that, but at the same time, I do want people to really understand just where I'm coming from with it. Because again, I understand that it is very much a touchy subject. Okay, where am I going to see you guys? Because like I said, my audience is slipping right now. Hey, Rel, let me know if you can see the link in the chat. At least let me know you can see the link. See, that's why it's good to have good moderators, because they can help you out, and they help you out almost immediately. And I can tell you right now, my moderators are people that are damn near impossible to find. And I mean in the sense of how good they are, not actually being hard to find. Because 2 of the 3 of them are in almost every live stream. I think the only time either one of them is missed one is when I caught them while they were like working or something. So I'm definitely grateful to the moderators that I do have, because they definitely, now see, and I won't lie, when you're a small channel, moderators really don't have much meaning, because you don't have a big following, you don't have a bunch of people actually looking at your content. But as soon as that content starts growing, those guys are gonna be the most important people in my corner, by far. Now obviously I'm not gonna be asking them to block people and stuff like that, because if I say something that somebody don't like, trust me, I want the smoke. You know, I want the smoke. I want people to tell me why I'm wrong. I'd rather be wrong than confused. And that's another missing link that we as Black men have forgotten. You know, sometimes we just have to admit that we're wrong. And, you know, we can't use 1960s talking points and try to make ourselves the victims when things don't go our way. I think it's really important to be accountable for a lot of our shit, because it's going to be the difference between our success and failure. So I definitely implore us to, do better, be better, and, stay on top of our stuff and, moving forward. The guy that I was just talking to on Facebook, BD Jasper, he's probably one of the best fathers I know out there. One of the coolest black men I've ever come across. Rex Fisher, my man, what's going on, buddy? If you can hit the like button for me, I'd be overly grateful. I'd be overjoyed. And I'm glad that you showed up to the live stream, because the more people that I have to talk to about this subject, because if you've seen the title of the video, it is definitely something that I wanted to talk about. And I'm open to discussion with anybody. It's not supposed to be a debate. I'm not pushing a narrative or anything like that. I'm just asking the question. I definitely want to know people's opinions on the question. That's why I left a link in the chat. And usually I will leave a link in the chat after a new person comes in, so everybody can have an opportunity to say they saw it. And I do appreciate that. Mr. Fisher. Yeah, so, and I want people to, give me their opinion on what they think about what I'm talking about. I don't want people to think that I'm going to try to hide from just it's going to be a one-sided discussion. No, I want to hear your opinion, because I think that would make the difference between actually having a conversation and trying to push a narrative, because I'm not going to try to make you see things my way. I want to know what you're thinking about as I say this, and personally, I don't care what color you are. Like I said, I want your opinion, because I want to know from an individual standpoint, because I know, like I said, I don't believe in one size fits all. And there's a reason I don't believe in one size fits all, because it's stupid. It's very stupid, and it doesn't work that way. I can't sit here and just say all Republicans are racist. That's stupid. If I said that, then I would be so wrong, because I have really close friends who are Republicans, and they definitely don't hate me because I'm black, right? They don't. I have been close friends with a lot of Republicans, people who have invited me into their homes, people who babysat my children, people who allowed me to babysit their children. So that I can't. So I wouldn't say that one size fits all in that context, because it just doesn't work that way. I can't say that that every feminist hates men, because that would also be inaccurate. There are feminists who are very much well married. My cousin, who has been in and out of watching my content, she is a not Rel, another one, my other cousin, who isn't on today, but shout out to Amora. I love you, cousin. But she's a married woman, and she definitely does not hate men. She's a men's advocate, if you will, which you can be both. You can be both. I want everybody to hear, you can be a feminist and a male advocate. And people who appreciate it, because what it comes down to is extremism, right? Everything it comes down to is extremism, and this is why certain looks get a bad name. You get the extremism part, and then it goes sideways. So, like I said, for instance, like feminism, conservatism, the manosphere, all of these things, they all have their good points and their bad points, right? But then you have the extremist sides of things, and those is what give those things a bad name. I will, and like I said, I will. I understand the extreme. I understand the talking points of certain things. It's when the extremism comes in, is that why it gets a bad rap? You take gangbanging for example, because we're talking about black men being hated, right? So we want to talk about gangbanging. Everybody wants to bring up gangbanging. People want to bring up Chicago, LA, New York. Places where gun violence is pretty heavy. Especially among black men against one another. I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm very aware it exists. I'm very aware that it is a problem, and I acknowledge it's a problem, and it's a problem that I would like to end. Now obviously I don't live in any of those three cities, so there's nothing I can really do about it from a direct standpoint. But even with all of these problems, you can't just look at every black man and be like, well, he must be one of those guys killing his own people because that's something that's going on. Okay, excuse me one second. I'm going to have to put what's going on pause because I got a phone call coming in. Somebody better be dead or dying. Get to the point. I'm live streaming, right? I'm live streaming. Take your time. Bye. Y'all better not laugh at me. I know. Yeah, I know. I said it like I said it. Don't laugh at me. Okay. Yeah. I know what I just did. And see, and I want to thank everybody that came in, dropped in, and dropped a like and stuff like that because this is actually a far more popular live stream than I thought it would be. The only thing is that nobody's called in, nobody's hit the Zoom link, and so, oh snap, we got okay, we got my cousin Ty came in and Zaneta came in. If y'all can hit that like button for me, I'd be more than grateful. But yeah, like I said, I have the link the link to the Zoom. If anybody wants to chime in and talk about it with me, I want everybody's opinion, and of course, yeah, I want somebody's opinion on the subject matter. I know, Ty, I know we had the slip up the last time you called in, but I fixed it this time. I promised. So if you do call in, we can actually talk. Actually, hit the link and let's talk. I think I got it right this time. So let's try it. Let's try it. Just do it and try it for me, please, with sprinkles and buttered toast or something like that. I don't fucking know shit. Just do me that solid. So yeah, that way I can at least say I got one. I can at least say I had one person that I actually finally did this live stream thing with correctly. And I mean, obviously, I've done the live stream thing correctly as far as bringing people in for on the Zoom thing concerned because of I don't know how many people has it been now, 10, the 10 people that I've interviewed. So I definitely want to try to expand this to doing call-ins. And so here we go. We're gonna try this, and hopefully, and obviously we'll get it right this time because I did it right this time. Okay, so don't freaking judge me, people. And everybody else who want to chime in, y'all can also hit it too, and y'all can make sure that we can all have this dialogue. All right, so Ty, how you doing? How you doing, cousin?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, that's loud. Okay, I got you. Okay, so we got it right this time, right?
Yeah, I don't hear no echo or nothing this time.
Okay. Highness is free, cousin. Highness is free.
Well, you just told the people to take their time and then buy.
No, first off, that is not. I didn't type that. Okay, you type take your time. Zaneta
You know,
Taylor
you told
typed
her,
it.
you said it, and you gotta go watch the Zoom because you said it. You was like, nah, you was listening like, well, take your time, and then you was like, bye. Am I lying?
First
Comment,
off,
y'all.
first off, that is not what happened. I was on the phone. Okay.
Right, but we heard that. We
Yeah,
was listening to the whole phone conversation. I thought you
yeah, I
paused
was.
it.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't do that because I didn't care about doing all that. But I'm saying, like, that was a phone conversation that had nothing to do with YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. So all y'all heard that too. I was
Well,
just
I'm
trying
just
to
saying.
get.
You said you told me kindness was something, so I was just saying you wasn't giving kindness to the people on the phone.
First off, yes, I was. It was very. That was first off. First off, person in the chat that I was on the phone with. Can you let them know that I was being kind? Can you confirm to her that I was being kind? Pretty please with sprinkles.
Can I see the chat too? I don't know. I don't want to go out because now I'm in the Zoom.
Don't worry, I'll read it to you. I'll read it to you because I know you gotta, when you're on your phone, you gotta multitask and stuff like that. Anyway, while we wait on that response, what do you got for me on the subject? What do you got for me?
Okay, well, I just came in. I kind of just came in, so I wasn't quite sure what are we talking about. I heard about the gun violence, and so that's kind of where I came in at.
Okay, but that's fine because one of the things that I know is I do have to repeat myself because again, I'm a small channel and I have a small audience. So with that comes having to repeat myself, and I don't mind doing that. So the title of this live stream is "Are Black Men Really Hated?" Right?
Okay,
and
I just jumped in when I seen you was live. I didn't even care what the title was.
That's entirely fair. And I wanted to know, and I want to know what people's opinion on the subject was. I want to know I wanted everybody to give their thoughts on it.
Okay. Okay, yeah, they got me out. Okay, repeat it one more time. I think I cut you off. Oh shit, am I there? Okay, I'm in. I'm sorry. I'm old. I know I'm old.
You ain't that damn old, okay? Why y'all always trying to blame everything on me? Come on, cousin. Anyway, so the question is, like I said, are Black men really hated? And I gave some examples of how Black men are living, or how they're doing better, how they could be better. The problems that are faced within the Black community. I didn't give them all, obviously, because that would take too long, and I haven't done enough research on it. I talked about some of the things that I talked about from previous live streams, like how one of my moderators asked a person that I interviewed how they could raise sons when their dad's not in the picture, and of course I talked about gun violence, and I talked about how Black dads are improving as far as being parents are concerned, the issues with dads disappearing and how it's still impacting the community today. I went on to a number of issues.
Oh yeah, because you was talking about, I caught you on one live when you were talking about, I think you guys were talking about the whole, I think it was you and somebody else talking about where they put us on food stamps and kicked us out the house. Y'all went way back in one of your lives.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna say that I do think Black men are hated, and I have my own reasons for that. Because I feel like they're trying to. I feel like Black men are hated. To answer your question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted to know your reasons why.
Okay, well, I got a few. I feel like they are trying to make you guys look weak, and putting dresses on you, and this is a few things I just don't like that I'm seeing. Now today with the generations that's coming up, and just anything to do with money and how they got to be looking and how they got to make them look too. With the thing, I feel like, I don't know, this probably don't have nothing to do with nothing, but Dwight Howard just was training his son, and you guys might have caught that. I don't think he really wanted to explain what was going on, but I think the people made him, So I just think it's a lot of stuff with us where with the Black men, that you guys don't get the same respect. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Okay, so I don't want to put your business all out there, but you have a son, right?
Right.
And I know one of the things that you do want to protect your son from is, the problems that he will be facing when he becomes an adult, which ain't that far away, right?
Right. Well, he's already 18.
Oh, shit, he's already an adult then. My bad. So So do you have any of these? Do you have any kind of worries? As far as him going forward. Especially with the way everything is set up nowadays.
Well, yes, because I feel like I had a conversation with him that I'm pretty sure a white woman didn't have to have with their son. I know we're not talking about. Well, yes, we are. We talking about black men. So I had to tell my son, hey, if you encounter the police or anything, you don't reach for nothing. You don't. You keep your hands where they're at. You don't reach for your phone. You don't reach for your keys. Like there's nothing you can do at that time but stand still. I don't think people had to have that same conversation with their sons that I had to have. I didn't even like having to have it.
Right, right. And so, like, what are some of the other lessons that you do have to teach your son that you don't think that other races would have to have with their own sons?
Right. Well, he can't do everything. He can't do everything that everybody else can do, as far as like at work or at school or different things in that nature. Say you going to work as a black man, and there's a white man. You may want to do something funny and stupid, but you can't do the same thing he can do without getting in trouble for it. I hate to say it like that, but it's true. I tell even with my husband, he got questioned he works at a sheriff's department. And so he didn't have his work shirt on and he got questioned by the sheriff about, who he was. And he was thinking, I'm the only black man that work here, ask somebody else. And I had to tell him, well, don't say it like that to him because that could have been a whole nother incident. Put your shirt on next time. But why should it have to be these type of situations? Because they scared of us. Well, in my opinion.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay, so one of the things that I brought up on multiple occasions was black men's accountability when it comes to children. And I believe we actually tried to have the conversation there, but technical difficulties arise and occur. Okay, so one of the things that I definitely spoke on, and I spoke on this with London Marquise, shout out to him. I said that I agreed that women control access to sex. And I also said that I agreed that women control access to if the child comes to term or not. But I also said that men control access to those babies.
And I agree with you.
Yeah. And so now, granted, that might be a controversial topic because I haven't gotten that message to the right people yet who would see that as controversy. But do you believe that not just black men, but men in general really have a special kind of power when it comes to children and that they just throw it away, willy-nilly in the name of having fun?
I think so because you're not attached. Yes, you are the starter, like you say. You like you said in your last line, you are the starter because you guys control that sperm. Like you have that. You are the reason. Without you, we cannot. But then when you give it to her, you also have the right to just disappear. And you're not connected in no way. We have to sit here for 9 months. You can run way before that 9 months is over.
Right.
And we got to look for you. We got to find you, And so with that, that being said, that's the way I see it with that. Like you guys definitely are the starters, but you also have it easy to just kind of leave. And some of you guys, yes, you can put them on child support. And some of those people won't even work because you got them on child support. So you got men like that. I mean, that's terrible men. But thank God we got good men like you. But at the same time, there's men that are not good. And my baby daddy, right here in Fresno, right where I'm at, 18 years, probably done walked by us, drove by us. I don't even know. My son does not know this man, has not spoke to this man. Now, my problem with that was he didn't know me well enough to leave me with his child. And I don't know if people can understand when I say it like that. But you can't just leave these women with these children. We get stressed. I could have killed my son. Thank God I didn't. But what if I would have? Would he have felt bad?
And I believe that is a scary thought to have. I know because I know postpartum is a real thing. It was something that one of my friends talked about. It's something that both my baby mamas went through. Actually, postpartum was one of the main reasons that my daughter was living with the baby. Not because she was talking about hurting or anything, because
right.
That's not something she thought about. But one of the things that she was having trouble with is that she still had to be a mom. She has a son already, and she didn't want any extra stress. And I'm under the firm belief that stress are made for shoulders, not for hips. And
it's
so,
not easy,
And no, it's not easy. And I can tell you right now, I have had a lot of sleepless nights with this baby. Okay. And while I might cry about it every now and again, I still do it. Not because I want people to feel bad for me. I do it because I know it's the right thing to do. I knew what I was doing when I was making this child, and I think it's really important that I handle my responsibility. And I think that's something that's important when it comes to male accountability. And I try to spread that message not just to black men, but to black women as well, because black women should know that there are black men out there who are putting in that effort.
Well, I got to
So
give it to myself. I made a wrong choice. The red flags was there. I'm not gonna act like I'm all innocent, But even if I'm not, that's still his seed. It's still your son. You still know that. So even if you didn't, like I said when I was commenting, even if you don't want it, you still have to man up. You still got to step up. You got to do
yeah,
what you got to do. Don't leave these boys in. Especially, I mean, it don't matter. I won't say girls or boys, but a woman shouldn't be raising no man by herself. Period.
yeah,
I believe that. I can't raise a man. I'm not a man.
And that's something that I also talked about as well. Is like when it comes to raising children, it's like, as you know, I have 2 daughters.
Right.
I can't raise them to be women. I am aware of that. I know when they get to a certain age, they're going to have to live with their mothers permanent.
Right. I think you said that. I thought that was really cool because I felt the same way when he hit 13. I was ready to put him on his daddy's step and leave him.
Yeah, and of course, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not going to teach them anymore. I'm not going to love them anymore. I'm not going to do it anymore. No, you have to live with your mother.
You can't explain periods. I mean, you can Google, you can look, but you can't explain what they're going through like their mother. I couldn't explain puberty to my son. I needed him at that moment.
Yeah, and so yeah, of course, when they reach a certain age, it's like, okay, well, I'm still going to love you. I'm still going to take care of you. I'm still going to do for you. But you have to learn from your mother what it's like to be a woman, because that's not my area of expertise. And of course,
you can research all you want to, but it won't matter.
And of course, in the event that I'm ever lucky enough to have a son or sons, then when they get to a certain point, if they're living with their mothers, they're not living with me already, then yeah, I would be like, I want to have my sons when they get to a certain age, because I want to teach them how to be a man. And quite frankly, I'm not gonna lie, this is just an opinion of mine that I think a lot of people don't want to understand. And it's just this simple. I don't want the next nigga raising my kids. And not only that, but I don't want the next guy raising my kids or doing a better job at being a father to my kids than me.
Right, because he's instilling his values and his morals are not yours. And you should want your children to have yours and not someone else's. But if you're not doing the job, then I appreciate, like you said, and respect those stepfathers and stepmothers that do step in. But it should still be either some really good co-parenting going on between the actual biological parents, or you guys need to really be able to do that job instead of giving it to somebody else. And then they can be step parents, but they should only really be step parents.
Yeah. Now, and me personally, I don't look down on the step parent role, because as I was a step parent.
Right.
Everybody know I took care of that child for 15 years with a smile on my face. Yeah, to this day. With a smile on my face. And
what you did.
And quite frankly, I do believe that there is an importance of having step parents. Yes, the relationship between the parents didn't work out, but at the end of the day, we understand that we want and or need a significant other to be by our side to go through this fucking nightmare racehorse we call life.
And I think it's good to show the kids how you love. So whether you was in a relationship with their mom or dad or not, when you're in a step relationship, that's why I kind of left my first husband, because I felt like I wasn't showing him the love I was capable of showing him. And then I didn't want my son thinking that was the type of love I showed. And so I kind of was like, you gotta let him go and be happy, and then you need to go and be happy so that your son can see how you be happy instead of him going to get some woman that's talking upside his head or any of these things, because that's what I'm displaying in front of him, because they do watch you,
Yeah.
regardless, they're watching you.
And the crazy thing is that because I always reference things to my father, right? Because growing up, that was my number one male influence, was my father. When my dad got married to his last wife, I actually saw how he was as a husband, and I saw the good, the bad, and the ugly with his wife. Dad, when you watch this, please don't kill me. But what it comes down to is, at the end of the day, I ended up even so much accidentally saying, and baby mama number one, when you see this, please don't kill me. But I ended up, shut up. I can hear the judgment in your under voice. Yeah. So like when
You put me on the screen. I'll be doing good behind the scenes.
Okay, whatever. Okay. You still being me. You know what I said about kindness, all right? But yeah, I was saying, I seen how, how he was being loved, and oddly enough, try as I might have to avoid it, I ended up walking into that same thing when I got married. Again, ex-wife, don't kill me. But and so I do understand, how watching your parents, grow up, growing up does make a difference on how you find yourself being loved as an adult.
So yeah, you didn't really see your dad with your mom, and I did, and he was great, And I used to be like, oh, okay. I used to walk with them and see them say, he taught me something, it's probably too much, ain't he? Don't be listening. Anyway, he said, that must be jelly because jam don't shake like that. And I'm like, oh, uncle, they were flirting. It was so cute.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
looking for that. I grew up looking for that because I seen that in my uncle, because I didn't see my dad in relationships, and I didn't really get to be with him until much later. But I remember watching Uncle Ron and Mom, and your mom, and I remember that, and that was a lot for me. So I always look for somebody to flirt with me and treat me in a certain way, and I got that.
Oh my God, I ain't gonna lie, my dad is so freaking corny with that. My dad, even to this day, still does that corny ass flirting. Okay. But I don't look, but I don't knock it. I'm gonna just say it like that. I don't knock it because apparently it still works.
It works.
So yeah, it definitely does. So when it comes down to it, what are some of the things that you believe? By the way, Father's Life Matters, thank you for showing up. I'm actually on YouTube live streaming, so everybody is watching here, and I'm trying to get everybody to go to YouTube. So, from a Black woman's standpoint, because I think this is going to be really important. What are some of the things you believe Black men can do better, or how do you think Black men can be better?
I think they can be better if we support them more. I feel like they need our support. Like for other Black people support. We don't. I don't think we support them enough. I think we also throw them down.
Okay, so let me be more specific. Because now whereas I get where you're coming from, I'm right. Saying,
what can they do on their own?
Because I'm. Say it like you're speaking to me. Like, what can we as Black men, me being a Black man, what can we do to make ourselves better? How can we be better?
You got to study. I think ain't nothing wrong with working on your self-improvement. Trying to evaluate yourself. Sit back and think about some things that that you can do better. Ain't nothing wrong with judging yourself. You shouldn't need anybody else to judge you. You should be able to really sit down and kind of list what you do right, what you do wrong, what you need to work on. I think we all know ourselves, so I don't see why that can't be for everybody, but definitely for Black men. Like, sit down and judge yourself and then see what you want to work on and better yourself. We all need to improve ourselves, whether it's meditation, Googling some stuff, self-care. Definitely we need our Black men to go to the doctors because y'all don't go to the doctors enough. Stuff like that. Take care of yourself.
Guilty.
You know, so I would like to see black men go to the doctor. I definitely want to see them improve themselves. Control your tempers because you guys have tempers. Not all of y'all, but there's a lot of you guys can have tempers. And I think if we can soften that tone, you know, stop scaring people, they wouldn't be so scared of it.
Yeah, yeah, I agree because at the end of the day, that's one of the emphasis that I have for this channel is, you know, improving black men from a realistic standpoint, because I do believe we can do better and we can be better. One more thing before I send you on your way. Okay, when it comes to raising a black man, because that's what you did, and this is just my humble opinion from a family perspective, I believe you did the damnest of great jobs, because he made it this far. What would you say to other boy moms who had to do it the way you did it? And how? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, and okay, so what would you tell them, to the people who actually did it and did it successfully, and how would you go about getting the help that you would need, or excuse me, them getting the help that they need to get through this process?
Okay. I look for help, you know, and that was another thing that could get to be brought here. Help, you know, for the young men, for the single mothers. I looked and searched for help, and you know what they told me? They told me, has he been to jail? Has he been to court? Is he in trouble? Is he on probation? Nobody wants to help me prevent my baby from going to jail. They only want to help me after he had already messed up. I did not like that. I think we need more of that. But what I will say is, you, as a woman, you can't be a man. No, you cannot. But you got to still man up to those boys. They can't. You can't. I feel like I didn't even show a lot of love sometimes because I was trying to be so hard. You know, I didn't want them being so weak. I didn't yes them everything. And I'm stop crying. You know, I did some of that. You know, that was me. And I think some of that may have been wrong, but at the same time, I felt like I had to be, I hate to say this, but I had to be kind of the man and the woman. And what I mean by that, because I can never be a man, but I had to be hard and soft.
Okay, I know. Okay, so I know I said that was the last question, but I have to ask this one more question because you said something that was really important, and it's something that has been really popular with memes on Facebook, and that was the whole man up mantra when it comes to mothers talking to their sons. Do you think that is in a way abusive or problematic as far as the growth of your son?
Okay, so I think it worked from about a child up until about 11, 12, right? After that, I needed to become soft. And I didn't know how I was still trying to be hard, so that caused problems with us. And that's where that's where I was trying to look for real men and help, because I knew that I needed extra help, and I did get it. I got it from my uncles. I reached out to my dad, and you know, they were helping me, and they were telling me things about him and telling me what he was going through, and so that was helpful. But that was my first child. Like, I feel like if I was to have another son, oh wow, you know, I would do better. I would know that I could be hard from about this age to that age. That would help him. But once he got to get into 7th, 6th, 7th grade, he wasn't looking at me no more like that. I was just this woman that was talking to him crazy, you know. And then I didn't want him to be turned away from black women because of me. You know, that was another thing. I was feeling like I was turning into that person, you know, this angry black woman towards my kids. And so I didn't like that, you know. So I had to fix that, and it took me to work on myself, you know, and to get the help from my dad and my uncle on what I needed to do. But
right.
I mean, I feel like the help came a little too late.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it was coming. He was already going through stuff, and about 15 and 16, we had our little break because, you know, I had my other son. I had to send him away because he was from foster care, and I had to send him to his family because I felt like they were rooting against me and teaming up against me, and then I was just ready to break their necks. I mean, like, so I just feel like I didn't soften up earlier. You know, I didn't get the help I needed. When I was asking and begging and pleading for help, I was not getting it. You know, and like I said, all they wanted to tell me and help me with was troubled children. They weren't troubled yet. I was trying to prevent that. And so I just think we need a little more help for the single women. Like in different states and cities, they have groups of men who go get these kids and do stuff with them. We don't have that here.
Right.
I don't know where that. I'm gonna look it up and get some information for you. But there's like I think in the South they got black man groups that deal with single mom kids, black boys and stuff like that. And here there was nothing.
Yeah, and I do believe that's problematic, especially here in California. We have the whole thing with pro-choice and having the government step in to pay the bills and stuff like that, but nowhere is anybody trying to get those prevention programs coming in so that
they have the big brother, big sister, or whatever.
That was something that I talked about.
Was ridiculous. I tried to get them on there. Other than that, all they had was the Boys and Girls Club. Because I really looked. I was calling everybody, asking Facebook, and then Facebook was, guiding me to like a couple of old school drug dealers that I thought would have just hurt my kids. So I didn't really want to let them talk to them because, at the time I thought they might have followed them. I didn't think they were really, they were qualified, but they might have been, but I just didn't know them.
Okay, so what about sports? Did that?
Sports, okay, now that's another thing when you say single parenting. Don't forget these things cost. So I wish I could have afforded everything for my son. I couldn't afford to put him in everything. Thankfully that we went to certain schools. We were in a good school district, so they had so many things. So he was able to wrestle. He was able to play football and basketball and stuff. But if his grades were not up, guess what? He couldn't play. And then if he had that attitude, he didn't care about his grades, he wasn't playing. He wanted to play, but he messed it up for himself for a long time. And now he upset with himself because he didn't graduate and didn't really play sports like he wanted to. He wish he could do it over now, as all grown people do.
Yeah, and I do believe that does make a difference.
Outside of school, if it's in school, it's usually free. But outside of school, it's $200-$300 for anything: football, karate, basketball.
Look, trust
me,
you
don't have money, and like you said, we on food stamps and welfare trying to raise your kids. Nobody's helping you pay for that. And if his daddy's not in a situation, then you're on your own.
Yeah, and it does make a difference because I'm still trying to get Cheyenne signed up for soccer because she wants to play soccer, and I'm just like, okay, I just got to get the money up, and we go, and I'm gonna make it happen. Right. It's just gonna take me a minute, but that really is the difference when it comes to having a father or
not. Two-family household, I believe that it should be. I mean, we don't do it. We're not getting it done like that. We all just out here lusting and having sex, and that's not really cool because we're not really seeing the damage that's done, until later. Then when it's already too late, when you're seeing this damage, and we are damaging the Black family by just having fun.
And that is nothing short of the truth. Nothing short of the truth.
That's a whole other topic right there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I will definitely be talking about that in the future because it's not wrong. Look, I could go on about that all day till I'm blue in the face.
Because I'm talking about myself here. I'm not trying to preach to the choir. I'm talking about myself too.
Look, again, you're not wrong. Okay.
Because I was having fun, like I said, and I was seeing the red flags. I was just like Cat Williams. She said, "What did he say? Banana cream pie." He said, "Banana cream pie," and I kept going.
Yes. Oh my goodness, you done it.
Y'all put me off. Kick me off.
y'all done it. Yeah, thanks for the discussion though, cousin. I'm gonna try to get some more people in here. Hopefully somebody
got something to say now. I hope I brought somebody ready to come on in with us.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay in the chat.
Yeah, because definitely this definitely merits more discussion. And you know what? You should definitely tell Victoria to come up in here because
I've been trying to get everybody to come in. I dropped it in the chat. I'll be sharing it.
Victoria be ducking.
Got no time, but
No, yeah, because Victoria be ducking me. You know how
right
she
now, there's some good topics going on. I got to give it to you, brother. You're getting some good topics. Sometimes I come in, you have somebody in, and y'all be talking about the Navy and stuff like that, and I probably don't know what's going on, so I may leave. But sometimes I come in and I'm like, okay, wait a minute, driving, and I just get to listening.
No, because at the end of the day, I'm really trying to get a discussion going, and I really and it's something that I'm definitely trying to. It's a point that I definitely want to get across to people. And Zion the Lion just dropped 3 hearts. So apparently he loved the conversation that was going down. Zion, if you want to jump in the Zoom and have and talk about it, by all means. I just dropped the link in the chat again. So everybody who want to talk about it, like I said, let's talk about it. There's 6 people watching, you know, and it's actually pretty amazing too, because you know, like I said, a lot of people think a problem will go away if you just ignore it. And people really do forget that the most ways that a lot of problems end is that if this is talked about. You know, I always like to reference the movie "You Don't Mess with the Zohan." I think I said it right.
I think you might be missing a little bit.
Yeah, it's the movie with Adam Sandler, where and the reason that I did that was because there was a scene where Palestinians, where it was Palestinians and the people and people of Jerusalem and stuff like that. They were just sitting in a marketplace in the United States. You know, they were on the street, and you know, they were just mixing it up, and they were talking about all this stuff that was going on in Israel, and they were just laughing about it. You know, they were just laughing about it like it didn't matter. But at the same time, you notice that there was no tension, despite them talking about these sort of things. They weren't trying to be like, no, we can't be talking about this. Why does everybody want to try to play the victim? Blah 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 blah. And then there was a scene. I posted it. I actually posted it here on YouTube as well as Facebook. It's a mini series called The Liberators, and in the second, it was in the first scene of the first episode. There's this Nazi officer, and he's talking to a captured American, and he talks about his regiment, which consisted of Indians and Mexicans. And when the American tried to explain to him that they were Americans just like him, the Nazi looked at him and said, "I've been to Oklahoma. And they have signs outside that say no Mexicans, no Indians." And then he brought up Georgia, and he was like, "I've also been to Georgia, where you make your Negroes drink from separate water fountains. Don't try to sit here and try to tell me they're Americans like you when you can't even enjoy a beer in the same bar as your fellow soldier." It was actually pretty amazing how somebody who we deem completely immoral can shut down somebody trying to be immoral in the face of an immoral person. And I hope the irony isn't lost on anybody there, because to me it was hilarious.
Now you're gonna make me watch it again.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna drop the link to that video in the chat, but it's in there, and it will take too long for me to actually pull up. But man, oh man, I really do believe that if things are really talked about, a lot of problems would be quickly ended. Zion the Lion said, maybe on another subject I'll chime in one good time. Hey, look, any subject is better than no subject, brother. But I definitely would like to at least try to get the conversation going. I don't know, maybe some huge YouTuber will see this and want to talk about it. I don't know. Maybe I'll get lucky and Abba and Preach will look at it. Personally, I'd be more than thrilled if they actually got wind of it, considering how big they are. If they got wind of that, I would be stoked, even if they roasted me.
I love them. I don't think they would roast you though.
I mean, I love Abba and Preach. You know, I watch all this stuff. I've been watching them for like the past 5 years. And I can tell you right now. But like I said, even if they did roast me, I would still be stoked about it. I would take it on the chin like a champ. I'd probably even react and be like, "Hey man, I've been preach roasted me," and be stoked like a motherfucker.
I'm gonna leave and let somebody join because I'm in my dark ass house now. Y'all can't see nothing.
All
oh no,
right.
cussing. I'm sorry for cussing.
Don't worry. I use more profanity than most people who I have joined in. Trust me, no big deal. And besides, I'm not even monetized.
Oh yeah, they can't. So we can't. No issues yet. But you will keep the.
Look, I'm not even monetized yet. I'm good. But it was a good
I just got me
conversation.
getting ready to start my podcast. I forgot
Look,
to tell you, I'm gonna start my on Spotify.
okay, when
Come
you
on.
do, let us know. Let me know, and I will gladly show my. I don't use Spotify, but I will show my support in one way or another.
Man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, most definitely. Good conversation, cuz. Take it easy.
All right. Where am I? There we go.
So that said, we had like I said, you know, that was just one person, and I would like to have more people on. And what I'm gonna do is when I do these call-ins, I will definitely I will continue to have subjects. I will definitely talk about more of this. I will do more male accountability. I will do more Black men being better live streams. And it's not to sell this idea that Black men are bad, because as a Black man, I would never say that Black men are bad. You know, I want to try to help us as Black men improve. I think this was just a starting point because I finally found what I want to talk about when I do these live streams. So that's just what I'm going with. And hopefully, you know, the more of these I do, the more people will chime in. Because again, I'm not gonna do the whole thing where I talk down on Black men. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna talk down on anybody. Because again, I'm not trying to sell controversy. I'm trying to get a point across. So hopefully, you know, I can do more of this in the future. On Friday, like I said, I had to reschedule. I had to reschedule my stream with Jasper McCargo because some misunderstanding and stuff like that. So I'll definitely be getting on that on Friday. We'll for sure do it this Friday. And we will try to do more at promoting it. So we're gonna definitely be working on promoting it, and it's gonna be really exciting. I'm actually really excited to go back and forth with them, because you know, some of the guys who I thought I'd be interviewing were gonna be pretty small, and only to find out that, you know, I've actually had conversations with people who, for those who don't know, that means really popular people. And so, you know, I want to do more of that, but I still want to, you know, try to do collaborations with other smaller people and build my brand on that, because I want to promote smaller people, and I want it's more of a my people be your people type of deal, and that's what I want to do. So that's what I'm looking forward to in the long run. But when I do that, I especially want to have a place where, again, I'm still promoting, like I said, Black men doing better and being better, and still going on about having a greatness within our community, but at the same time leading with kindness, because that is something that is really important to me. Andre Golden, what's going on, my brother? I'm glad you showed up. I'm glad you're here. I'm doing call-ins right now, you know, to talk about the subject. As you can see in the title, it says, "Are Black men really hated?" So if you're going to be the second person to call in, I would be more than grateful if you did. Links in the chat. I've been posting it for quite some time now. Also, remember, guys, hit the like button, because like kindness, likes are free. And y'all know me. I always do things that are free. I'm always about that freeness. So yeah, again, the topic of the discussion is, are black men really hated? I've already had Ty on, and she was amazing with her opinions and everything. And so again, because Andre is new on the stream, I have to break it down again. I'm talking about are black men really hated? Okay, was just watching. I can respect that. You know, it's late in other parts of the world. I think it's like 9 p.m. in New York time right now. Because I know, oh, excuse me, 10 p.m. because the clock on my laptop is always an hour off for some sick reason. So yeah, it's 10 p.m. on the East Coast because it's 7 p.m. here on the West Coast, and I know I'm going to be going to bed soon because I got to work in the morning. So, you know, like I said, if everybody, 10 o'clock. Thank you for that correction, Mr. Golden. Yeah, but you know, everybody who's watching, if you haven't hit the like button yet, pretty please hit that like button. I would be more than grateful. This is actually by far the most active audience that I've had as far as live streamings are concerned. That's no disrespect to the people that I've previously interviewed in the past, Mr. Golden. But this is, but I think this is definitely a topic worth talking about, and I'm grateful to the people who did show up, and to the people who have had an opinion about the subject. I'm really hopeful that, you know, the channel can grow off of this, and obviously the other live stream interviews that I've done, and I don't know what the hell those are. But see, and I don't know how to put these on. So I don't. So that's another thing. I don't know how to put the chats on the screen or stuff like that. But that's actually pretty hilarious because Andre Golden, because everybody who's watching can see the chat. He has two emojis here. I don't know what the heck those are. But it is definitely hilarious. Also, since a lot of important people are watching this live stream, I want everybody to go and check out the two channels that are actually chimed in right now. Check out Andre Golden and check out Zion the Lion, because you know those guys. Andre is a huge YouTuber. Well, not huge, but he's definitely big up there, and he is definitely an awesome guy. He does the panels on Thursday. I can't remember what it's called. You have to forgive me. I actually watched the one last Thursday. I didn't chime in, but I definitely saw bits of it. And he also has the video segment Parenting While Black, or PWP, PWB. Thank you, PWB. The Golden Voice, the Lady's Choice. It's always smooth like a Rolls Royce. Forgive me if I butchered that. And also check out Zion the Lion, because that guy's got a radio man's voice as well. And I'm still mad that he cut his dreads. Yeah, I'm never letting that go, Zion. Okay. And I can tell you right now, Zion is a guy that I've known for well over 30 years. Zion's a guy I've known for well over 30 years, and that's saying something because I'm 36, and you know, and we've always supported each other, always had each other's back. That's my boy, thick and thin, all the way to the bitter end. And so, yeah, definitely go check out his channel as well. Those guys are pretty huge on that, and also, when Ty Love gets her podcast going, y'all motherfuckers better check that shit out too. Hopefully she puts it on YouTube as well, but if she doesn't, it'll most likely be on Spotify like she said it would be. Y'all motherfuckers better go check that shit out, or I'm gonna kick all y'all asses. I shouldn't have said that because fuck it, I'm not monetized, so I'm not worried about it. But anyway, like Snoop Dogg once said, back to the lecture at hand, which is how everybody feels, you know, when it comes as far as being hated as black men. Now, right now, I got two black men being participants in the chat room. And, you know, like I said, it's late on one side of the country and the other one says, hey, it's gonna be, I can have a different topic for a different time, and I respect that. And you know, let me tell y'all something. Like I said, I definitely want to have more talks about this because I really believe, I really believe that both are important. And Andre and Zion, y'all better give me a fucking thank you because I just got y'all both on the subscriber fuckers. I love those. I love those guys. Those guys are for real amazing. You know, Andre really helped me build it while I fly it. He helped me build it while I fly it, and right now, because of his help, this channel has grown. And like I said, I've known Zion for over 30 years, and he has been one of the greatest friends that a brother can ask for. You're not gonna find too many like him. All right, you know. So yeah, definitely. Shout outs to Zion the Lion and shout out to Andre Golden. You know, and again, these are two black men who have shown their worth. You know, and so, you know, these are guys. You know, these are two examples of why, you know, why black men need to have more respect, especially in the community. You know, Andre Golden being a father to his kids, Zion being married with children and stuff like that. These things, you know, these things are definitely missed among most men, and I think that when you bring out more men like these, you definitely have a recipe for something great, because you know, men like these two are hard to find. They're damn near impossible to find. You know, because they're in such high number, I will go as far as saying that yeah, they're in high number, but the problem is that they're not in they're not in demand like they should be. And that's why I say they're damn near hard to find, because even as common as they are, they're not as frequently seen. So you know, these are men that I definitely have to give the utmost respect to. Obviously, there's guys, and it's not just black men too, because you know there are plenty of men, especially you know in this country, that you know get pushed to the wayside despite being good men, and you know you just have to you just have to acknowledge them, you know, especially the fathers, and especially the fathers who actually want to be fathers to their children. You know, it's hard to, you know, it's already hard enough being a parent, but it's even harder when the other parent is trying to keep you away. And I think that's one of the cruelest things that you can do to your own children. Speaking of children, one of them is throwing a tantrum. So unfortunately, like all good things, this one must come to an end, because I got to go deal with that whining, and y'all ain't gonna do that shit for me. So since I couldn't get anybody else on, I'll just be grateful to Ty Love for coming on and giving me some good material to work with, something to think about, and some things that hopefully people who watch this in the future will actually have something to work with. I want to thank Andre Golden, Zion the Lion, Red Fisher. Hold on, I gotta go through this whole list. Zaneta Taylor, Rel, Tara James, Black Angel TV, Kadeja Lewis. Yes, I'm gonna read off all their names. I didn't have a big participant list, like I thought I did, but I still had a good enough participant list. Yeah, did I say Zaneta Taylor? And I want to give a shout out to all the people who subscribed, all the people who liked the video. Benny Jasper. Hold on, who else here? Andrew Tappan. And like I said, everybody who showed it to the live streams on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, again, thank you for your time. Diary of the Mad Hatter is nothing without any of you. And I say that wholeheartedly. Diary of the Mad Hatter is nothing without any of you. And I want everybody to enjoy the remainder of their weekends. Have a great rest of your weekend. And like I always say, kindness is free. I'm cheap as fuck. Y'all have a great day. Stay mad, my Hatters.